Hey there, in this video I'm going to bust two big, often overlooked myths within the functional health coaching space. The insights and perspectives that I offer may be just what you need to take your coaching practice to the next level and beyond. I'm Jennifer Ellis-Schutz, and you're watching the Wellness Code Academy channel, where I chat about innovative ways to support health and well-being and be the best versions of ourselves from both the client and the practitioner perspective. And if this video resonates with you, be sure to subscribe to this channel by clicking on the red subscribe button below and hitting the bell next to it so that you don't miss a week's featured video. Okay, so myth number one is this: if I just run the right labs, create the right supplement protocols, and give all the right recommendations and instructions, my clients will heal. Guess what, folks? This is actually the biggest crock of you-know-what ever. Yet, it is a common mindset. And the mindset that I'm talking about is one of basically replacing conventional labs and medications with functional labs, supplements, dietary protocols, and other biochemical only based interventional strategies. You see, on the surface, people struggling with chronic health challenges often come to practitioners wanting to be fixed, to have things done for them, and to have the practitioners hand them all of their solutions. Deep down, however, what they really need and truly want is to become empowered, to stand on their own 2 feet, and ultimately learn how to take charge of their health and life once and for all. This is human nature. We all have this inborn need and desire within us. For many years, amidst my own battle with often disabling chronic health struggles, I truly believed from the bottom of my heart that what I needed the most was to find that one practitioner or that one clinic that had all my answers and that would create a protocol or protocols to fix me. Reality check: this does not exist. Yet, I spent many years continuously seeking it out. Then, when I got well enough and built my own functional health coaching practice, I then showed up within the client-practitioner relationship in this manner. In other words, on the conscious level, I had very good intentions to help people, but subconsciously, I was sabotaging it all because I was taking responsibility for them, trying to fix them, and be the holder of all their solutions. And I did this by running all the right labs, creating extravagant supplement protocols, recommending detailed dietary plans, etc., etc. And I spent hours, days, sometimes weeks doing it. Now, don't get me wrong. Functional labs, supplements, dietary protocols, and more are all integral and necessary tools in the process of health restoration. However, that's all they are, tools. And with limited effectiveness if they are not implemented as part of a more holistic transformational program that addresses other critical factors that pave the way for chronic illness to develop in the first place, but also are making it so incredibly hard to heal and move forward. The truth of the matter is that even with all the most cutting-edge dietary, supplement, and detox protocols in the world, we as practitioners will not help our clients move the needle forward much, if at all, if they're contending with things such as a negative mindset, unresolved trauma, toxic life and relationship stressors, a disconnection with nature, lack of mindfulness and self-regulation practices, limbic system impairment, nervous system dysregulation, a lack of passion and purpose in their life, a lack of capacity and education about how to make and sustain positive changes. And I could basically go on and on here, but I'm pretty sure you get the picture of what I'm talking about. So in my own journey, these were all things that I was struggling immensely with. But even more tragically, not a single specialist that I saw over the span of 16 plus years to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars was any of this part of the healing protocols that I was led to believe were the key to restoring my health. Instead, I was recommended every possible intervention for manipulating my biochemistry in the terms of eradicating infections, detoxing and managing symptoms with either supplements and sometimes even medications. And you know what happened? Not only did I not get well, I got sicker and more dysfunctional, and I watched the financial foundation that my husband and I had worked so hard to build crumble beneath us. I ended up feeling so desperate, so alone, so powerless, so overwhelmed that I had ultimately basically had a nervous breakdown. And I'm not saying that in jest, I'm dead serious. And when I managed by the grace of God to begin to recover from that breakdown, I realized I was barking up all the wrong trees. And as Einstein said, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I finally had come to the realization that I was not going to recover from my health from the same level of consciousness in which I fell ill in the first place. I didn't need or want to run another damn lab or be handed yet another supplement protocol. So if I didn't need more labs and supplements, what exactly did I need? What I really needed was somebody who saw me as a whole person and recognized all the dysfunctions that I listed earlier and would partner with me to co-create a roadmap back to health and wholeness that helped me understand, learn, and implement knowledge, tools, and strategies for addressing my moment-to-moment relationship with myself, mental and emotional patterns keeping me in a constant state of fight or flight, tuning into my body, eating intuitively, and learning how to adjust healing protocols accordingly. The distress in my marriage and about my teaching career that was sucking the life out of me, the trauma that I had endured, and my overwhelming grief I felt about the losses I had experienced, the biggest ones of which were my sense of identity and personal agency. Harnessing the power of habit and organizing my days to best support my healing, and so much more. Addressing these things are the foundation for creating sustainable wellness. At least that is what I have come to absolutely believe. I desperately needed to be empowered to become my own best healer. And I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart that the clients coming your way need the same thing. We all need this. Yet, it is not a task to be undertaken alone. In fact, it is the very essence of transformational health coaching and the wellness code approach that I now use with my own clients and teach fellow health and wellness practitioners. Myth number 2, energy testing is woo-woo and has no place within the functional health arena. So I'm going to be totally candid with you here. I was once as big a skeptic as anyone about energy testing. I thought people doing muscle testing and waving pendulums around were way too out there. I just couldn't take them seriously. But as it turns out, pain, suffering, and reaching the end of one's rope are often the most powerful catalysts for a shift in perspective. When my body simply refused to heal, my mind and heart finally began to open to new approaches that I once would have never have considered. It was at this point that I began taking a deep dive into quantum physics and the biofield, where I learned that the many answers to our health and life issues can often be found within our energy body and subconscious mind. And this marked a huge shift in the trajectory of my healing journey. So for brevity's sake, I'm going to cut right to the explanation of what energy testing is, how it works, and why indeed it absolutely does belong in the functional health arena. In order to understand what energy testing is and to understand the body on a truly holistic level, it's first necessary to understand some basic concepts of energy. So number 1, at the most fundamental level, everything in the universe is made of energy, including us. In other words, subatomic particles come together like Lego structures to form different atoms, such as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and more. And they vibrate at certain frequencies to form matter. Atoms are then arranged to form molecules, such as proteins, fats, and carbohydrates, which make up our biochemistry and physiology. Invisible energy is inside of us and all around us in the form of electromagnetic waves, infrared waves, thought waves, emotional waves, and more. Our unique vibration makes us who we are, heavily influences our level of resilience, our health, our life position, and is very much intertwined with our unique inner intelligence. This inner intelligence contains a recording of all our life experiences and is all-knowing about what we need to be in a state of balance. Many answers to health issues and life challenges can be found within this energetic space if one is able to learn how to tap into it. Number 2, which is a continuation of what I just explained, is that we are energetic and spiritual beings on a physical journey here on Earth. Our bodies generate an electromagnetic field known as the human biofield, which extends outside of our bodies and interacts with the biofields of other people and everything else that we interact with within our environments to form a collective consciousness that has an intelligence all of its own. Number 3, we have energetic highways running throughout our bodies, more commonly known as meridian systems, where energy is transferred at the speed of light between cells and organ systems. If this flow of energy is disrupted within these meridians, it will have an impact on every organ system that is linked to that meridian. Number 4, the biofield, because of how rapid information is transferred within it from a quantum physics point of view, is considered the governing force over our biochemistry and physiology. Because of this, anything that we do to either positively or negatively impact that biofield will likely have the same effect on our biochemistry and physiology. Now, what exactly is energy testing and why is it such a powerful tool? So energy testing complements biochemical testing by giving voice to the subconscious and helping to bring to light imbalances that are driving both health and life dysfunctions that could never be revealed by biochemical testing alone. Energy testing can be used to fine-tune protocols in terms of asking the body's wisdom specifics around, say, foods, supplements, how much, when, in combination with what, in what sequence, other healing modalities that could be helpful, and so much more. This allows for precision to be brought to the health restoration process that labs simply cannot offer. Energy testing allows the body to speak about what it needs on an ongoing basis to support the findings of biochemical testing and thus provide insight into how to adjust healing protocols. It can be done anywhere, anytime, and even without the client present by using a photo and their hair sample, which is something that I recently started doing in my practice, mostly to cut down on time in coaching sessions. So I'll often do an energy assessment before the coaching session and then share my findings with the client. This makes it super convenient to use in between sessions, as I just said, when clients have specific questions that come up that would benefit from checking in with the wisdom of their body. It is much faster than lab testing and can be used for immediate results versus waiting for lab results to be delivered, which can sometimes take up to several weeks. And that kind of gets to be a drag. It requires zero preparation on part of the client. There is nothing for the client to do except show up, and sometimes they don't even have to show up because it can be done without them, and they just need to be a willing participant with an open mind and heart. And best of all, it's free and accessible on an ongoing basis. Now, how exactly does energy testing work? So energy testing works by asking the body's innate intelligence strategic yes and no only questions, or this and that questions based on scientific knowledge, and then recording the response of the body to help guide decisions. A very common form of energy testing performed by many practitioners, especially chiropractors and naturopaths, is kinesiology or muscle testing, With this form of testing, the practitioner asks a person a question or places a remedy or a supplement on them to see if their muscle, normally an arm muscle, weakens or strengthens. If the muscle weakens, then the remedy or supplement is either not good for the body and vice versa. And as I explained earlier, however, muscle testing and other forms of energy testing can also be used to help uncover hidden dysfunction that biochemical lab testing alone could not reveal, and thus bring more precision to healing protocols. While there are many forms of energy testing ranging from using gadgets and fancy computer systems to kinesiology to pendulum testing, which is the primary form that I use and prefer, and more, the key to the efficacy of energy testing doesn't really lie in the method used, but rather the skill and knowledge of the practitioner to be able to ask the right questions, which requires a great deal of understanding of science, how the body and mind work, and a client's story and their individual needs. For example, some strategic yes and no questions that I might ask during an energy testing session could be, is there hidden dysfunction in the body that we need to be made aware of that lab testing has not revealed to us? Is this hidden dysfunction related to a pathogen? Is the pathogen a virus? Is it fungal in nature? Is it parasitic? Is the infection in the gut? Is the infection more diffuse and systemic? Is there a toxicity issue? And is this toxicity issue a toxic metal? Is the toxicity issue being caused by a chemical of some kind? Are there remedies or interventions that your body needs that we are not currently using? If yes, is this remedy a supplement or is it something else? Is this supplement supportive of your body at this time? And so on and so on. And this is what energy testing is and how it works in a nutshell. So all this said, if what I shared with you in this video resonates, you might be intrigued to know that I offer a practitioner training program that is an immersion into a truly holistic model of empowerment-based healing, where functional medicine, energy-based assessments, neural rewiring, and nervous system regulation and transformational coaching converge into a cutting-edge approach to health restoration and optimization. To learn more about this, visit wellnesscodeacademy.com and be sure to check out my free training, The Wellness Code, a framework for empowered healing, which will give you an overview of my approach and a taste of what this training program offers. Anyway, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope that it provided you some insight and pearls of wisdom that you can use in your own life or your work with clients. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your day.